Let's speak to George. He's a West Ham fan. Hello, George.
All right, George.
Evening, gents.
How are you, Georgie?
Evening, George.
You right?
Yeah, good. How are you?
A couple of months ago, I rang you lot, and you, Jason, I don't know where you were actually, Andy. Mustn't have been your shift. But
probably getting paid and working somewhere else a lot more money.
Yeah, probably you cheeky git.
Yeah.
But
what's that cheeky?
you and Perry Greaves,
Perry Greaves,
Jimmy's brother,
kind of laughed at me about Moyes, David Moyes. I question Moyes.
You question Moyes about what?
I said he should probably go after that Arsenal game that we blew away after going 3-0 up.
I do remember this. Call, George.
You weren't there, but...
No, but I saw it went out on social media.
Oh, did it?
But you're still wrong, George.
Hang on. Moyes has got Manager of the Year, but in the end, we've come nowhere really near fourth.
You're 4 points off fourth at the moment, George. That's pretty near. That's probably as near as West Ham have been for a long, long time.
Yeah, but in the end, we're going to finish 6th or 7th, which Burnley done a few years ago. It's nothing special.
Where should you finish? Where should you finish?
Between 9th and 6th, I'd say, considering the mares that these teams have had, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, have had massive mares.
Yeah, but I think I've heard of. Do you know what? You're not alone in this thought. I don't subscribe to it personally. I think your ambitions as a West Ham fan must be this season mid-table to higher. Genuine ambitions. If you can get mid-table to higher, most West Ham fans would have been, I think, reasonably satisfied.
Yeah,
the fact that you are
the fact we're going to end.
Yeah,
that's where we're going to end. It's nothing special what Moyes has done, and everyone's going on and on and on about him. I don't think he's done anything special. And the best 2 games we had this season was under Alan Irvine.
I think it's incredible. So you think that David Moyes, for West Ham to move forward, has to go? Is that what you're seriously saying?
He's done okay this season, but a Rodgers or a Parker would do us a lot better than what he's done.
Do you know what? I think you're underestimating them. Certainly that Declan Rice missing and Antonio. I think you really underestimated how much of an influence though. And what you're looking at it's over the course of a season, 38 games. It's tough to get in that top 4, right? Look at Leicester. Leicester, as Andy has pointed out, 68 out of 71 weekends. In the last 2 seasons, they've been there, but then they've had their injury problems. Right? Mm-hmm. They've had 2 games of an FA Cup final where they beat us, and then 3 days later they play us. Chelsea's squad is deeper. Chelsea's best team didn't play in the FA Cup final. Leicester's best team played in the FA Cup final, and they beat us. You move fast forward 3 days, it's the depth of squad. And Chelsea can afford to put out teams like Leicester can't. Leicester's depth of squad. West Ham don't have that depth of squad. They couldn't replace it. You could argue they should have gone out and got a striker in the January.
Yeah.
Right? When they let Haller go. You know, with the injury to Antonio and Declan Rice, 2 of their more, if not most influential players, they've dipped. You know, they come back last night. Look at them last night. I think that's a bit of an argument.
Thanks for your call, George. Let's speak to Neil. He's a Liverpool fan. Hello, Neil. How are you?
All right, Neil.
Boys, okay, just a quick one, yeah. Andy, first of all, I love you. I think you'd have me in stitches, but you are one of the biggest hypocrites I have ever heard,
yeah,
honestly.
Absolutely spot on.
I think we all are as football fans, Neil.
No, you are the biggest.
No, you are. Honestly, I phoned up when Rodgers got the Leicester job, I don't know if you remember, and I was telling you how much of a good manager, and you were basically belittling what he'd done. You weren't having it.
Neil, you cut out there. What manager did you say?
Brendan Rodgers.
Right.
Yeah, I was telling you how much of a good manager I was when Leicester signed him. I believe he could turn him into top 4 side and that.
When was this, Neil?
About when Rodgers got the job.
Right.
And you were laughing down the phone, you weren't having none of it. You were saying I'd been drinking and all. I said that he could turn him into top 4 side, and you weren't having none of it.
No, he hasn't.
No. I know. But from where he was to what he's done, he's just won the FA Cup. You were making out that he wasn't.
Hold on. You said he'll turn him into top 4. I said he won't, and so far I'm right.
No, yeah, a top 4 potential side. That's what it was. Like,
are they top 4?
They're competing, aren't they?
But they're not top 4. Last season they didn't get it, and this season looks like they won't get it as well.
Yeah, but it's not so much that. Look what he's done as a job. You were making out he weren't even a decent manager 3 years ago, and he's just won the FA Cup.
He's a hypocrite.
And now you know the job he's done at Leicester is absolutely it's a brilliant job.
True.
I just think, you know, an apology.
Say sorry to Brendan.
I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
Neil, do you want the apology, Neil?
Neil,
Do you want the apology?
No, I'll let it slide, but I think Brendan Rodgers deserves an apology from Andy.
Neil, let me ask you this question. Do you think it's failure if they don't get top 4 again?
Because of the way how bad we've been, then, and the position they've been in, to kind of mess it up now, it wouldn't be good. But I wouldn't say to fail. No one expected them to get in the top 4 to start.
No, but if you're in the top 4 for 68 of 71 weeks and you don't get top 4 either season, is that success or failure?
It depends what side you are. More as a Leicester fan, they'll be disappointed, but when a failure, it wasn't expected.
Can't say failure.
Failed.
So harsh, mate. You can't say
failure.
failure.
Well.
Failure.
They've had a very successful season.
It's failure, Neil.
Failure.
It's not failure.
It's not failure, mate.
Of course it's failure.
It's failure for Chelsea. It's failure for Liverpool.
No, I tell you what.
It's not failure for Leicester.
There won't be anyone inside that club, and this is a backhanded compliment because the expectation levels are now high. There won't be anyone in that club if they finish 5th that will go, that's all right, that's all right.
Let me tell you this. Right?
There will be disappointment because they have failed to get top 4 in Champions League
but
football.
it's not failure.
Well, have they failed to get it?
No, they haven't. No, it's not failure. You can argue that all the other 16 clubs have failed. You can't argue that. Some teams have done well. Some teams have punched. Some teams are doing better than you expected. But you can't say that Leicester not being top 4 is failure.
Would there be any disappointment in that club?
Disappointment,
And what
yes.
would they be disappointed about?
The fact they didn't make top 4.
So they failed to get it?
No, there's not failure.
They did fail to get it.
It's not failure. So Brendan Rodgers. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's fast forward 12 months.
Okay, this time machine stuff never works.
Here's a question for you, right?
Well, it's impossible.
Let's say Manchester United miss out on top 4.
No, it's stupid.
No, it's not. No. Let's say Chelsea miss out on top 4.
Right.
Will they get the sack, those managers?
Well, your club probably.
They both should. Right? They both should.
Well, now you're putting words in my mouth.
No, I'm telling you, they both should.
All right, so it's not a question anymore.
Brendan won't get the sack because it's not failure. It's failure for Chelsea. It's failure for Liverpool, failure for United, failure for City.
The problem with what you've just said, right, is you're fast forwarding 12 months. Okay, let me ask you this question then. If Leicester are in the top 4 in those 12 months and on the last day of the season, for the 3rd season on the spin, fall out the top 4,
I think there'll be questions asked.
Well, that's all I'm saying.
But that's 12 months. But I'm talking about...
Well, you gave me the 12 months.
No, but it's the expectations of the club. If Leicester win the FA Cup again next year and miss out on top 4, is that failure?
In the league? I'm talking about the league only.
No, but you can't...
I'm talking about league failure.
That's what I'm talking about.
Failure's
not... You can't use the word failure. It's not fair. It's not fair, mate.
Is it success?
Take it back. Yeah, they've had a successful season, yes. I would say Leicester finishing 5th is a successful season.
Leicester finishing 5th at the start of the season is...
Where should Leicester be?
No. You listen to what I'm saying.
Yep.
Leicester finishing 5th at the start of the season is success.
Yeah.
Any team that finds himself in the top 4 for 99% of a season and for the 2nd season running fails to get top 4 is failure.
It's not failure. It's not, mate. It's not failure.
Oh, it is.
It's not failure.
There'll be Leicester fans that will call it failure.
There won't be.
There will.
There won't be. Do you know what? If it happens for 3 years on the spin, then you could argue there's a mentality issue. You could argue, but you know they're behind Liverpool.
No, I know, but I'm talking...
last year's champions. They're behind Chelsea, who spent $1 billion, a quarter of a billion. They're behind Man United, who spent $250 million. They're behind City.
I'm talking about from the season they have had to the end of it.
Disappointment, yes, but failure, no.
08717223334. Get calls in.